The counter-emperor's tent. Throne, rich setting. Happy boat, early boat.
So we did get here first.
There's no raven could keep up with us.
Ow! What a pile of precious things! Where shall I start? Where shall I stop?
The whole place is so packed, I don't know what to choose.
These carpets, just the thing for me after all the hard beds I've slept on.
And here's a steel-spiked club. I wanted one of them for a long time.
A red cloak with gold fringes. A dream of a cloak.
Taking the club.
This will do a quick job. Knock him flat and move on to the next. You packed a stack full and there's nothing any gold in the whole lot. Drop the stuff and take one of these chests. This is a man's pay, gold, full of gold to the brim.
It's a cruel weight. I can't lift it. I could never carry it.
Bend over quick. Quick, I tell you. You're strong. I'll hoist it up.
Oh dear. Oh dear. There he goes. My poor back's broke.
The chest falls and bursts open.
The gold, all spilled on the ground. Quick now and pick it up.
Crouching.
I'll grab an apronful. It'll be enough.
That'll do. Now off you go.
She stands up.
Oh, your apron has a hole in it. Every step you take, the money's falling through. What are you doing here? This is no place for you. Ferreting in the emperor's property, we gave our services, and we are taking our share of the loot. It's the custom in enemy tents, and we are soldiers too. This won't do here. You can't be both a soldier and a dirty thief. The emperor must have an honest man round him. We know what you mean by honest. You mean taxes. We're all on a level. Here, give me that to show we're buddies.
To early boat.
Beat it and take what you can with you. They don't like us here.
Off.
Say, why didn't you slap him on the mouth? I don't know. They were like ghosts. It took the stuffing out of me. I couldn't see straight. Everything was dancing in front of my eyes. It was so hot all day. So close, so frightening, so... I don't know what to call it. You saw one man staying on his feet and the other falling. You fumbled blindly and struck and down. The fellow went every time. There was like a well in front of your eyes and noses in your ears. Buzzing and rolling and hissing and on it went. And now we're here somehow or other. That's all I can say.
Enter emperor with 4 princes. The guards withdraw.
The victory's ours. That much you can't deny. The enemy forces scattered in flight across the plain. Here stands the empty throne and here, crowding the place, the traitors' treasures with its carpets spread over them. And now, in our emperor dignity, with our own bodyguard round us, we await the envoys of the nations. Good news, glad news, is coming in from every side, assuring us that the land is quiet again and happy in its allegiance to us. There may have been some ghostly forces involved in the fighting, but in the end, it was we who won the battle. There can always be accidents that work in your favor. A stone falls out of the sky. Blood rains on the enemy. Magic noises come rumbling out of caverns, raising our courage, depressing the enemies. The loser loses. Content is all he gets. The winner wins, rejoices, and thank God. Not he alone, Lord, we praise thee. Comes from a million souls, spontaneously, but now, most devotedly of all, I do what I seldom do. I look within. A happy young ruler may waste his days, but time teaches him to value them. And this is why, without delay, I add myself to you four, you worthy custodians of our court and country.
To the FAUST.
It was you, sir, who shreddily disposed our troops and struck boldly at the crucial moment. Carry on now in peacetime and do what is required. I appoint you High Marshal and invest you with a sword. Your army, faithful as ever, has been establishing order up and down the land. But once we have made our frontiers and you soon secure, you must permit me on feast days at your castle to set the table for the banquet. I shall walk before you with a shining sword, the eternal token of your supreme majesty, and stand with it at your side.
To the 2nd.
You, a man of courage and of gentle manners too, I appoint High Chamberlain. The duties are onerous. You will have complete charge of the household. While I know there is division among the servants and inefficiency, you must make yourself in their eyes the paragon of courtesy to all men. I shall earn your favor by carrying out your noble wishes, which tell me to be helpful to the good people and to go easy on the bad, to be calm and clear-minded, dismissing all cunning and trickery. If you, sir, see me as I am, I cannot wish for more. May I be so bold as to picture that festive scene. When you come to the table, I shall pass you the golden bowl, hold your rings at happy moment when you dip your fingers and give me a look of approval. I find it not easy to turn my thoughts from serious to joyful, but never mind, a lively start helps.
To the 3rd.
I choose you for High Steward, to supervise our game preservers, poultry yard, and manor farm. See to it that always, month by month, the choicest dishes are prepared and well prepared.
I shall make it my duty and my pleasure not to partake of a dish till it has pleased you. The kitchen staff will cooperate with you in bringing foods from afar and anticipating the seasons, always remembering that your own taste is for simple and healthy dishes, not for the unusual.
To the 4th.
Since it has to be festivities we deal with today and nothing else, I appoint you, young man, my cupbearer. As high cupbearer, make sure that our cellar is well stocked with wines for yourself. Be moderate. Don't be led astray by the opportunities that come in merry company. Young men, your Majesty, if you give them responsibilities, quickly rise to the occasion. I too can see myself as a great festival. I shall deck out the emperor buffet with resplendent gold and silverware, and for yourself, I shall select the loveliest of goblets of shining Venetian glass, comforting even to look at. It improves the wine and never intoxicates. People often rely too heavily on the virtue of this miraculous cup, but your moderation will save you from that. What I have bestowed on you, you have now heard. It comes with authority in this solemn hour, and you can count on it. The Emperor's word is supreme and sufficient. But for confirmation, we have to put it on paper, and I must give you my signature. And now, at the right moment, comes the right man to draft the formalities.
Enter the Chancellor Archbishop.
When an arch locks with a keystone, it can stand for all time. Here you see 4 of my princes. We have just dealt with problems of the court and the household. And now, turning to the empire as a whole, I rest the full weight and authority on the 5 on you. I intend you to rank about all others in property, and I therefore enlarge your present territories from those of our recent enemies. Not only do I enrich you thus with fair domains, I also give you the right to extend them farther by way of succession, purchase, or exchange. Further, I allow you full benefit of all privileges that pertain to your statutes. Judicially, your verdict shall be final, and no appeal is valid. Then fees, levies, taxes of every kind, whether excise, transit, or escort, all are yours. Also, royalties on mines, salt works, coinage. You see, to give you the fullest evidence of my gratitude, I have raised you to positions second only to my own. I thank you most deeply on behalf of us all. It strengthens us and strengthens you. I now have a further honor to bestow on you. I am still alive, eager to live and serve my empire. But when I reflect on my long ancestry, it gives me darker thoughts and crosses my seal. The day will come when I shall part from my dear ones. It will then be your duty to appoint my successor and solemnize his coronation. May there be a peaceful ending to these stormy times. Humble in posture, proud in deepest heart, we bow before you, we princes, the first, the highest on earth. So long as blood falls in our veins, regard us as a single body, responsive to your every wish. To conclude, then, let our deliberations be confirmed in writing and duly signed. Your possessions are yours outright with the sole condition that they are indivisible and, however much extended, must pass on undiminished to the eldest son. I shall be happy to record this important statute on parchment for the good of the empire and ourselves. The chancery will see to the engrossing and sealing, and you, sir, will put your august signature to it. And now I can dismiss you, and leave you to reflect seriously on this momentous day.
The secular princess withdraws, stays behind, and speaks with great solemnity.
The councillor has withdrawn. The bishop has stayed behind, warned by an inner voice to speak to you with fatherly affection and with deep concern. What can have alarmed you on this happy occasion? Speak freely. It pains me grievously at this hour to find you, the emperor, whose head is sacred, allied with Satan. True, you seem securely seated on your throne, but it is a mockery to the Lord in heaven and our Holy Father the Pope, who, if he hears of it, will quickly inflict the severest punishment on you. Shatter your wicked emperor with his ban of excommunication. You must consider that he still remembers how on your coronation day you set that cursed sorcerer free, making your first act a pardon and offense to Christianity. But now beat your beast and lose no time in giving a mite out of your embarrassed health to the holy cause. Listen to the voice of piety and endure the church with that strength of hilly country where your tent stood, where evil spirits conspired to protect you, and you led a willing ear to the Prince of Darkness. The whole extent of mountain and forest, with upland pastures for grazing, clear lakes well stocked with fish, and all the water winding and cascading in countless rivers down into the valley. Then the valley itself, with its meadows and its undulations. In this way, you show your repentance and find yourself in favor again. I am so horrified at my offense that I leave it to you to set the boundaries. First of all, it must be proclaimed immediately that this desecrated territory is to be devoted to the service of the Church. In my mind's eye, I can see strong walls rising, the early sunlight lying on the shore, the transept coming next, the nave extending and rising to the delight of all the faithful. Now I see them streaming devotedly through the great porch in answer to the bell that was heard for the first time over hill and dale, booming from the high towers. The penitent come here and start life afresh. As a consecration, may it be soon, your presence will be the chief adornment of the day. I trust this great undertaking will show the pure spirit that prompted it. May it glorify God and exculpate me. I am satisfied, and already feel my spirits rising. In my capacity as counselor, I must go through the formalities, draw up a formal statement, deeding this property to the church. Submit it to me, and I'll sign with pleasure.
Takes his leave and turns back.
Furthermore, you must assign all the revenues from this territory for all time to the cathedral that is to be. Tithes, taxes, payment in kind. Vast sums are needed for maintenance and for administration. You must let us have some of your booty to spread the building on this desolate spot. Besides, you must remember, timber, lime, and slate will have to be brought from a distance. The people will do the hauling, at the pulpit will be them, and the church will pronounce its blessing on those who give the labor.
Of.
That was a fearful sin I brought upon myself. Those wretched magicians have done me great harm.
Turning back again and bowing obsequiously.
Forgive me, sir. You leashed your shoreline to FAUST, that disreputable man. But unless you penitently assign all the revenues from there too to the church, it will surely put its ban on him at once.
Annoyed.
But the land isn't there yet. It's still under water. For those with justice on their side and patience the time will come, and your word will hold.
Of. Alone.
I might as well write off the whole empire.